Hi, my name is Phil Walker, and today's day 9 of my new commitment to quote at least one chapter each and every day. Today I want to quote John chapter 12 and 13. I have my Bible here just in case I stumble or draw a blank. So let me give it a try. John 12, 6 days before the Passover, Jesus went to Bethany, the town of Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. There a dinner was given in Jesus' honor. Martha served, while Lazarus was among those reclining at the table. Then Mary took about a pint of pure nard, an expensive perfume. She poured it on Jesus' feet and wiped his feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume. But one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, who was later to betray him, objected. Why wasn't this perfume sold and the money given to the poor? He said. It was worth more than a year's wages. He did not say this because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief. As keeper of the money bag, he used to help himself to what was put into it. Leave her alone, Jesus said. It was intended that she should save this perfume for the day of my burial. The poor you always have with you, but you will not always have me. Meanwhile, the crowd that was with Jesus when he called Lazarus from the tomb and raised him from the dead. Meanwhile, a large crowd of Jews found out that Jesus was there and came not only for him, but also to see Lazarus, whom he rose from the dead. So the chief priests made plans to kill Lazarus as well. For account of him, many people were coming to Jesus and putting their faith in him. The next day, the great crowd that had come for the feast heard that Jesus was on his way to Jerusalem. They took palm branches and went out to meet him, shouting, Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Blessed is the King of Israel. Jesus found a young donkey and sat on it, as it is written, do not be afraid, O daughter Zion. See, your king is coming, riding on a donkey's colt. At first his disciples did not understand all this. Later, after he was glorified, did they realize that these things had been written about him and that they had done these things to him. Now the large crowd who was with Jesus when he called Lazarus from the tomb and raised him from the dead continued to spread the word about Jesus. Many people, because they heard that he had performed this miraculous sign, went out to meet him. Then the Pharisees said to each other, see, this is getting us nowhere. Look how the whole world has gone after him. Now there were some Greeks among those who went up to worship at the feast. They came to Philip, who was from Bethsaida in Galilee, with a question. Sir, they said, we would like to see Jesus. Philip went and told Andrew. Andrew and Philip went and told Jesus. Jesus said, the hour has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. I tell you the truth, unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds. The man who loves his life will lose it, while the man who hates his life in this world will keep it for eternal life. Man who hates his life in this world will keep it for eternal life. He who serves me must follow me, and where I am, my servant will also be. My Father will honor the one who serves me. Now my heart is troubled. And what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour? No, it's for this very reason I came to this hour. Father, glorify your name. Then a voice came from heaven. I have glorified it and will glorify it again. The people that were there and heard it said it had thundered. Others said an angel spoke to him. Jesus said, this voice is for your benefit, not mine. This voice is for your benefit, not mine. Now the time has come for judgment. Now the time for judgment has come upon the world. Now the prince of this world will be driven out. But I, when I am lifted up, will draw all men to myself. Jesus said this to indicate the kind of death he was going to die. To indicate the kind of death he was going to die. To indicate the kind of death he was going to die. The crowd spoke up. We have heard from the law that the Christ will live forever. So how can you say the Son of Man will be lifted up? Who is this Son of Man? Jesus said to them, you're going to have the light only a little while longer. Walk while you have the light before darkness overtakes you. The man who walks in the dark does not know where he's going. Put your trust in the light while you have it, so you may become sons of light. I need to look. So you may become sons of light. When he had finished saying these things, he left them and hid himself from them. Even after Jesus did all these miraculous signs, they would not believe in him. This is fulfilled what was said by Isaiah the prophet. Lord, who has believed our message, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? For as Isaiah said elsewhere, he has blinded their minds and deadened their hearts, so that they would neither see with their eyes, nor understand with their hearts, nor turn, and I would heal them. Isaiah said this because he saw Jesus' glory and spoke about it. At the same time, many, even among the leaders, believed in him. Many, even among the leaders, believed in him. But because of the Pharisees, they would not confess. But because of the Pharisees, they would not confess. They would not confess their faith, for fear they would be put out of the synagogue. For they love praise from men more than praise from God. So they love praise from men more than praise from God. For they love praise from men more than praise from God. Then Jesus cried out, when a man believes in me, he does not believe in me only, but also in the one who sent me. When he looks at me, he sees the one who sent me. I have come to this world as a light, so that no one who believes in me will stay in darkness. As for those who hear my word but do not believe in me, I do not judge them. For I have not come to judge the world, but to save it. There is a judge for those who reject me and do not accept my words. The very words I spoke to them will condemn them on the last day. Condemn them on the last day, for I did not speak of my own accord, but the Father who sent me commanded me what to say and how to say it. I know that his command leads to eternal life, so whatever I say is just what the Father has taught me to say. That's John 12, 1 through 50. I need to sharpen that up. John chapter 13. It was just before the Passover feast. Jesus knew that the time had come for him to return to his Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he now showed them the full extent of his love. The evening meal was being served, and the devil had already prompted Judas Iscariot to betray him. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things in his hands, and that he had come from God and was returning to God. Returning to God. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. Then he put water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter and said to him, Lord, are you going to wash my feet? Jesus said, you do not realize now what I'm doing, but later you will understand. Simon Peter said, no, Lord, you shall never wash my feet. Jesus answered, unless I wash you, you have no part with me. Then Lord, said Peter, not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well. Jesus said to him, everyone who has had a bath needs only to wash his feet. His whole body is clean, and you are already clean, though not every one of you. For Jesus knew who would betray him, and that was why he said, not everyone was clean. After he finished washing his disciples' feet, he put his towel, he put his clothes, he wrapped his clothes back on, and said to them, do you realize what I've done for you? You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you should wash one another's feet. I set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. I tell you the truth, no servant is greater than his master, nor is the servant greater than the one who sent him. Now that I've washed you, greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you'll be blessed if you do them. I'm not referring to all of you. I know those I have chosen. But this is fulfilled was written, he who shares my bread has lifted up his heel against me. I'm telling you now before it happens, so that when it does happen, you will believe that I am he. You believe that I am he. I tell you the truth. Whoever accepts anyone I send accepts me. And whoever accepts me accepts the one who sent me. After he said this, Jesus was troubled in spirit and testified, I tell you the truth, one of you is going to betray me. The disciples stared at one another at a loss to know which of them he meant. One of them, the disciple Jesus loved, was leaning against Jesus. Simon Peter said to him, ask him which one he means. Leaning back against Jesus, the disciple asked, Lord, who is it? Jesus said, it's the one to whom I will give this piece of bread after I've dipped in the dish. And after dipping the piece of bread, he gave it to Judas. He gave it to Judas Iscariot, son of Simon. What you're about to do quickly, Jesus said to him. He gave it to Judas Iscariot, son of Simon. As soon as Judas took the bread, Satan entered him. Jesus said to him, what you're about to do quickly. But no one at the feast knew what he meant. Because Judas had charge of the money, some thought he was asking Judas to buy what was needed for the feast. To buy what's needed for the feast, or to buy what's needed for the feast, or to give something to the poor. As soon as Judas took the bread, he went out, and it was night. When he was gone, Jesus said, now the time has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. Son of Man and God to be glorified in him. If God is glorified in him, God will glorify the Son himself, and will glorify him at once. My children, I will be with you only a little while longer. Then I will go to the one who sent me. As I told the Jews, so now I tell you now, you will look for me, but you will not find me. A new command I give you, love one another. So I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this all men will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. Simon Peter said to him, Lord, where are you going? Where are you going? Jesus answered, where I'm going you cannot follow now, but you will follow later. Simon Peter said, Lord, why can't I follow you now? I will lay down my life for you. Jesus said, will you really lay down your life for me? I tell you the truth. Before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times. So that's John chapter 13. Again, needs some work. John 13, 1 through 38.